Hello, this is Christine Palacio. Welcome to the 7th and last chapter of my 100 days around the world. South Africa had a lot in store for me: discovery, surprises, and emotion. In this rich land with 3 harvests per year, there's still a lot to do and vast lands to be occupied by seemingly a new immigration. But its past still haunts memories, and the end of apartheid has not yet erased the deep furrows of violence in this rich and beautiful country. I arrive in Johannesburg, where friends have come to pick me up at the airport. The very next day, we're leaving to visit Kruger Park in the hope of seeing the Big Five, the 5 kings of the South African wildlife: the lion, the leopard, the rhinoceros, the hippopotamus, and the buffalo. With the exception of the leopard, we will be lucky. Near the hotel, a small market, a hippo cooling off in the pond, and frail gazelles welcome us. It is the beginning of a marvelous show, sunset included. At the park's main gate, a monument honors its creator, President Paul Kruger, who in 1896 established the first modest animal reserve in the area. A small reserve which now occupies a territory equal to the size of the state of Israel. A first giraffe is running away. The old lion dozes off near the water. Gazelles and impalas in great number. Monkeys comfortably sitting in the middle of the road which they finally crossed. More and more animals are visible, and at last, a first group of elephants in defensive formation around the calf sleeping at their feet. During our observation, a huge male comes out of the bush, and when it changes sides on the road, we feel he might try to charge our car.
Nice, eh?
Fortunately, it enters the woodsy area just a few meters in front of us. A bit farther away, there are giraffes undulating in the warm breeze, funny hippos playing hide-and-seek in the cool pond, an immobile and solitary iguana, and other protective matriarchs at the spa for elephants. Then the road takes us towards other scenes of incomparable beauty and emotions. On the way back to my friend's house, I noticed the deep and wide valleys, lush in green, with mountain tops as green as the bottom of the valleys. In a few hours, we're back in Johannesburg, that I will only see from afar and will cross once by car because during the days spent at their house, my host will not allow me to go out by myself for safety reasons. Violence is an ever-present threat. In any case, I must visit Soweto, the sadly famous neighborhood where several large manifestations took place during the 70s. George will be our guide. It will be an emotional day.
This is George. I'm going to show you Soweto today.
Today in Soweto, life is better and the heart of the country beats in a modest construction sheltering the South African Constitution commandments as written by Nelson Mandela and Walter Sisulu in their Robben Island prison. The people shall govern. All national groups shall have equal rights. The land shall be shared among those who work it. The people shall share in the country's wealth. All shall be equal before the law. There shall be work and security. All shall enjoy equal human rights. The doors of learning and culture shall be opened. There shall be houses, security and comfort. There shall be peace and friendship. There is still a lot to do to materialize this vision. The eternal flame had to be extinguished because of safety measures, we were told. On this beautiful Sunday of February 2010, the visit to Soweto includes a stopover at the Museum of Rebellion, where unfortunately taking photo is forbidden, and is followed by the pilgrimage to Nelson Mandela's house, certainly the most known address in South Africa, where a long queue provides a captive audience for the street artists. 8115 of Villa Kazi Street, Orlando West, is the sanctuary of the South African Rebellion. Divorced from Nelson Mandela, and in spite of the unfortunate events that marked the end of their life together, Winnie Mandela is still respected and seen as the mother of the nation. This visit of Soweto remains one of the most moving moments of my time in South Africa. On the way back home, a shanty town has been replaced by a Mandela housing project. There is hope. In spite of the subdued displeasure of my host, I decide to go and see Victoria Falls and the mighty Zambezi River of Zimbabwe, a natural reserve located in the western part of that country. For many years now, Zimbabwe has been living through its darkest era, marked by the presidency of its dictator, Robert Mugabe, and the total collapse of its currency in April 2009. The stressful atmosphere of the small airport and at the hotel, the complete absence of any kind of currency, give us a good sample of this country's difficulties, where even ATMs do not have cash of any sort. At the end of this afternoon, a mini cruise on the river makes me happy, and the tips have the same effect on the welcome party ashore. Mother Nature offers us an impressive show, and we are surprised by the visit of some unexpected ultralight aircrafts above in the sky, as well as that of the female hippo and her calf fairly close to the boat. And even this far from the head of Victoria Falls, the noise is awe-inspiring. The following day, the falls are so intensely spraying the area that in some places we feel it is raining. At the end of a sunny section, though, a monument in the memory of Dr. David Livingstone, missionary and explorer, found in November 1871 by a New York Herald journalist. Stanley himself became notorious for his one-liner, "Dr. Livingstone, I presume," a phrase he reportedly said as he crossed paths with the old gentleman in the middle of the jungle. From the balcony of the almost empty hotel where I am somewhat of a prisoner, I admire the sun setting behind the falls, where a thick water vapor cloud is still visible. It is during this last chapter of my journey around the world that I was to understand the true value of freedom, because it is the first time in my life that the circumstances took it away from me. Back to Johannesburg, I joined a small group of travelers for a guided tour of the South African coast up to Cape Town, a 2,400 kilometers itinerary.